Sorry. My bad. Believe in, fight for our safety, and use our voices. So thank you all. Thank you. It's very important. Now, real quick, we're going to have people behind me say a little bit about why they think it's important and why they came out today and helped me organize it. Oh, and I'm Sophia, by the way. I helped organize it.
Hello, thank you all for coming out. One of the main reasons why I'm out here today is to hopefully make sure that our senators realize there are young people losing their lives to something that could be so easily taken away, something as stupid as assault rifles that shouldn't be used by a common citizen. It is a gun that is used to murder in the military, a military-grade gun that we are allowed citizens access to, a gun that you can't even use to hunt because it destroys everything it touches. So why are we giving them to people who are underage, people who are 6 or 12 or 14? Why are we allowing them these guns to go out and massacre people? I am here today to hopefully keep somebody from dying by the hands of a gun. Someone could die in 2 minutes from something that only takes 30 seconds to receive. I'm really hoping that somebody hears this message and realizes that there are worse things than losing your Second Amendment rights.
Yeah.
I'm here today to help our politicians all realize that putting guns in school would be the most illogical thing maybe on this planet, because if you can so easily kill someone with a gun, then there's no point in putting them in school. There's no point in having teachers who can barely teach our material carry a gun that can so easily take somebody's life.
Okay, I'd just like to say, although the turnout is not quite large, at least thank each and every one of you for coming here. It shows that people care about this issue, especially the young kids over here. This is great. They're the future of this nation, and it's just great that they're coming over here and showing their support.
I just want to say, not only are these young kids here the future of our nation, we, standing on stage, we out in the audience, are the future of this nation. Our politicians don't want to change the safety and security of our community, but sure as hell our generation.
My name is Laz Vasquez, and I also wanted to mention this is an issue that is, it's not partisan, it's a bipartisan issue. Either party should agree and have a consensus on this. We need more research into what makes people do things like this and why we have this issue in our nation. I think both sides need to agree and come to a consensus, and only one side should care. It should be mutual.
Okay, yeah, great stuff. 1 second. Clap it up to them again.
of our youth, the lives of adults that fought to keep children safe, the lives of future journalists and artists, engineers and basketball players, teenagers of dreams of soaring above the patriarchy's head and tracing the clouds with their fingertips are now gone, murdered, and blood as cold as ice. Little boys and girls that look the same as me and you are now buried under the dirt, never to see another familiar face again. Please do not forget that we are a nation under God, with the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But what can we pursue once we're dead? What liberty do we have if our own president, the man whose job is to protect and ensure the stability of America's citizens and government dismisses our cries, finds humor in our desperation? How can we find joy in life when our friends and family are dying by the hands of those that feel no remorse in their hearts? It takes 30 minutes to buy a gun legally, including the time it takes to walk in and out of a shop. It takes 70 seconds to buy a rifle at a gun show without an ID. It took 3 minutes to kill 17 students with an AR-15. It took me 3 minutes to tie both of my shoes this morning, 3 minutes to brush my teeth, my hair, 3 minutes to make my bed. It takes approximately 3 years to mourn a loved one's death, 3 years to accept a tragedy. But this time we won't accept. We will not accept the 17 beautiful lives in Parkland lost on February 14th. We will not accept the hesitance from our senators when the issue of gun control is brought up by the people. We refuse to accept that there is nothing left to do about the hundreds of human beings slaughtered by weapons of destruction on the daily. Call your representatives, bug the ever-living hell out of them, vote out the people that took blood money from the NRA, make your voices heard. We will not accept, for we shall never forget.
Hello, my name is Aiden Bennett, and I'm a freshman at Hillsborough High School. I wish that I could say that this will be our last march, that after this, no one else will die, that as a society, we will accept each other for who we are, but the truth is, I can't say that just yet. And that's why we're here today, to remind people that they need to persevere, that giving up is not an option. And you may think that we can't change anything, that we're just kids, and we can't be social activists. But Teddy Roosevelt once said, "Our political duty is entirely unpardonable in those among whom it is most common, and the people whose circumstances give them freedom in the struggle for life." So I urge all of you to not give up, to initiate change, initiate the discussion, and keep fighting. To quote the great Winston Churchill, "We shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender."
I first just want to thank all of you for coming, even if you just learned about this, all of this going on today. Thank you for everyone here for uniting in honor of the countless students who have lost their lives due to guns being carelessly sold here in America. We're here to change this and prevent any other student across the country from being killed. Our representatives aren't doing anything to prevent this. In fact, many are so happily taking the NRA's money. I'd like to know in what world would we consider to pay, but apparently it's ours. Recently, our president has decided that he will indeed go through with his plan to train our school staff how to use guns. This proposal included no mention of raising the age limit to those who are legally allowed to purchase a gun from 18 to 21. And despite him showing sympathy to those who call for this proposal, he seems to be showing more sympathy towards the NRA. I have one question for you, Trump. Why aren't you listening to the victims of the shootings? Why aren't you listening to the proposals? Because they clearly know more about this than you do. The fact that even more shootings have occurred at your schools and you've done so little as to even address them is horrifying. Arming teachers won't do anything than put even more children in danger. Absolutely no amount of training is going to get a teacher prepared for an AR-15 in the face. Where are you getting the money to fund this training when you can't even pay for teachers' printer paper? There could be countless incidents where teachers lose their temper and shoot students. This law could do no more harm than good. Maybe if you put stronger gun control in place, you wouldn't have to think that arming teachers is a good idea. It is a teacher's job to teach us the material. Some of them can barely do that. So why would putting guns in their hands be logical? Instead, why wouldn't you think? Know what the hell they're doing? It should have only taken one shooting for stricter gun laws to be put in place. We need more things than just your prayers and condolences to fix this And if you think now still isn't the time to talk about Douglas, then maybe it's time to start talking about Sandy Hook. What about the 6-year-olds who had so much more to come in their life than just a bullet to their bodies? The teachers who had so much more love to spread to students? And the friends and family of the victims who have to hear Trump spew BS out of his mouth every day? We cannot let the cycle of mass shootings happen again. We're not going to forget this time. We're fighting until what's right is done.
Time after time, we have witnessed these tragedies, and we have waited for the politicians in office to take action, to initiate change. It has become quite clear that they are incapable of doing so. It's become quite clear that they do not care for the innocent blood being spilled, for the lives being lost, for the families being broken up. They don't care. They have set aside their morals for NRA blood money. We see this now. The responsibility has fallen upon us, the students, to take action, to initiate this change that has to come, that needs to come. We as students have immense power. We are this nation's future. We will soon have the power to vote, and we shall vote those who are unfit to serve out of office, and in their place will go those that still have their morals, those who are fit to lead. However, before we can have the power to vote, I call upon you all to take part in marches and rallies and vigils and peaceful protests. I call upon you to take action, to not let this movement die out like the others. This one is different. It is an ongoing battle that must be fought, and we must win this war. We cannot allow for our fellow students, our friends, our family to become just numbers, statistics, like so many others have in these tragedies. We shall fight so hard that we are no longer in fear of losing our lives when we step on campus. Instead, just in fear for our history test we have yet to study for. We shall fight for our right to live, as that is more important than someone's silly guns. That may piss these degenerate conservatives off, but it is simply a fact. Our right to live, our natural right to live, is greater than your government-given right to bear arms. It's not even a question. Thank you all for coming. We will fight and win this war together, united.
I'm a junior at Pine High School, and I'm going to be playing 2 songs. One of them is by John Lennon, and the other one's by Bob Dylan. So I hope you like them. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Maybe someday you know this one, please sing along. It's Blowing in the Wind by Bob Dylan.
Oh, yeah.
Targeted and racially profiled in our own schools as we have been since schools became integrated. That happened, we will be incarcerated and murdered at a higher rate, and our deaths, injuries, and incarceration will be covered up or pushed aside as they always have been. I'm not saying white kids will not be affected negatively because of this, because they will, just at a lesser rate than my fellow students of color and I. Combating gun violence with more guns will only end in more violence. Guns is not and never will be the answer. Guns are weapons of murder, and they are not required in schools. Schools are a place of education. They are not battlefields. Putting weapons of murder in a place of education is reckless. The solution is ensuring that these weapons of murder are not available to civilians unfit to use them. The solution is kicking all the corrupt politicians who take money from the NRA out of office. The solution is getting our voices heard and taking action.
action. The solution is using the power of your voice and vote. Thank you. Sorry, 1 second.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Hi, everyone. Just real quick, after this rally slash whatever they decide to do, because the kids are in control here, at Allendale United Methodist Church at 6 o'clock, there is like a town hall meeting. It's youth led, and that's over in St. Petersburg. It's off of 38th Avenue and Haynes Road. And it's going to be student-led, and they're going to talk about gun violence and some other things. It's like a town hall style meeting. So please, if you can attend that, please attend that as well. And we hope that we can continue the discussion as far as what we need to do to have more comprehensive gun reform in this country. Thank you.
We're gonna start doing chants. Here's one. Hey, hey, NRA, how many kids have been killed today? You guys pick that up?
Yeah! How many kids have been killed today? NRA, how many kids have been killed today? Hey, NRA, how many kids have been killed today? Hey, NRA, how many kids have been killed today? Hey, NRA, how many kids have been killed today? True.
GOP, don't shoot me. 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 GOP, don't shoot me.
GOP, don't shoot me! I need more fire! GOP, don't shoot me! GOP, don't shoot me!
GOP, don't shoot me! GOP, don't shoot me! GOP.
Okay, I have another one. NRA money is blood money. Ready?
NRA money is blood money! NRA money is blood money!
NRA money is blood money! NRA money is blood money! NRA money is blood money!
Pretty awesome. It's really neat.
Inside.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
Raise up.
Raise up, guns down! 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 Okay, cool, thank you. We're gonna march now. Are you guys ready? We need more passion. Okay, 1 second.
My name's Glenn. Thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon, man.
My name's Kerry. Nice to meet you.
Terry?
This is Kerry.
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 I got
Thanks, man. This is awesome.
Isn't it?
See, I come here a lot, and
Things happen, but nothing as important as this.
no, I know this is a real surprise.
Yeah.
This is why I come here, Glenn. Listen, when you take peanuts in the shell, squirrels will come and get them right out of your hand. And they go hide them. They hide them, and then they come back for more.
They know how to open that shell up?
Squirrels can, yeah.
That's
Chickens can't.
Oh, yeah, because they got little tiny teeth to chew it up.
The chickens will eat the nuts, but you gotta crack the shell because they don't know how to do that.
Their beak can't handle it, yeah.
But squirrels, listen. Squirrels get up on their little hind legs like this. You know.
Well, I've seen them eat. And they just keep chewing with those little teeth of theirs until they break it open.
They're really cute. They get up on their hind legs, and guess what? When they can trust you after you're there for a little while, they'll come and take the peanut right out of your hand.
That's pretty cool.
And then they go bury it, Glenn.
I gotta run because I gotta get up to the bridge. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Carrie.
meet you too.
Yep.
You have a good afternoon.
Maybe we'll see you back around again. Isn't it?
Oh yeah.